What's up, Fearless Agent Live? Colton Lindsay inside of the Fearless Agent Facebook group. Thanks for being here. What's more important, your big how or your big why, right? How many of you guys have noticed there's coaches and trainers and programs and all this stuff that says, help me help you discover your big why, or whatever it says, right? But it's always focused on the big why. I want you to think about this just for a second. Do you want more money? Do you want a nicer car? Do you want a bigger house to live in? Do you want to vacation more? Do you just want more financial security for your family? Do you want to be able to pay for your kids to do things? Do you want money in your bank account, or do you want to be able to pay for your just your bills? What is it, right? My point being is we all have this why of shit that we want to create into our lives. True or true? What stops then if 7 billion people on the planet have this big why of be able to do this and create this, if 2 million realtors, licensed realtors in the world today, probably in the just United States alone is my guess, if there's that many realtors that have a similar big why to make more money, to buy rental properties, to create investments, and to drive a nicer car, or to whatever it is, or to impact lives. How many of you guys want to impact lives, right? We all have this shit that we want to do. Why is it that only few people are actually doing it? Why is it that the majority of individuals today aren't actually achieving the stuff that they want in their lives? Well, the reality is this, is we have to step back and know how to execute. And oftentimes when we execute, we have to execute with the right state of emotion, the right mental game going on. Because if we go into the how and we just don't believe in ourselves, we're going to fail miserably. Right? So the reality is it's not really the big why or even the big how, but it's believing in yourself, creating a plan, and then taking action steps. Okay? So here at Fearless Agent, we teach you that really we want you to focus on the big how. We want you to focus on the skill set, the schedule, and the systems. Along with that, we want you to increase the belief in yourself, because the more you practice your listing presentation, you're going to be able to feel even better when you go present. And really, isn't that the goal, to have that increased confidence? So the big why, the big how, that's the debate we got to throw to the side. And what we got to really think about is, how do we get the big belief? How do we think bigger about ourselves and our ability to create life on our terms, and more importantly, to win in our real estate sales business? As we take a look at that, we have our listing presentation. Right? How often, though, do you set an appointment with a for sale by owner and you think, well, how am I going to convince them that I can get more money than he can? He's asking $275 and the house is worth $250. Well, that's the wrong question. We don't need to convince people that we can outperform their fake story that they can't create. What we've got to do is create the belief that whether it's that FSBO or that expired or that referral or that cold call or that sign call or that internet lead, that every freaking person in my market, they are way better off with me than anyone else out there. That's the belief that you've got to develop. So let the big why go to the side, because I know you want that car. I know you want that vacation. I know you want to provide for your spouse, for your wife, for your husband, for your kids. I know that you want to take your family to Disneyland. How do I know? Because I have a wife that constantly says, hey, let's go to Disneyland again. I know that you want to go on a vacation to the beach. How do I know? Because I have a family that wants to go to the freaking beach. I know you want a new, bigger, nicer house. How do I know? Because I have a family that wants the same thing. I know that you want a Lamborghini. How do I know? Because my friends want Lamborghinis. The point being is we want this stuff, and we want this life, and we want this creation. And the moment you choose to believe in yourself and believe that you're the best choice, you're the fearless agent that's going to sign that listing contract, and you're going to overperform and overdeliver, and you're going to create massive customer experience for them, you can then really massively create your skill set, your schedule, and your systems, because your belief in yourself is so big that nothing will get in your way. Stop believing that there are not supposed to be challenges in your life. Stop believing that you're not supposed to have problems. Stop believing that it's supposed to be easy. Stop believing that everyone can get it figured out but you. And start believing that you are the best choice. Be your number one fan. Thanks for being a part of Fearless Agent. We appreciate you being here. If you're not already in the Fearless Agent Nation, what the frick are you doing? I see so many of you guys popping on right now that are part of the Fearless Agent Nation. Appreciate you. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. For those of you guys that aren't, talk to them, reach out to them, find out a little bit more about Fearless Agent and how it's impacting their results, principally how it's increasing their profitability and increasing their belief in themselves. Because the moment you get great at signing a listing contract at Heaven% is the moment you start to believe a little bit more in who you are and what value you bring to your marketplace. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Resistance. When you feel resistance with your emotion, that's the exact time, instead of turning away from it, you turn towards it. Let me give you an example. So recently, you guys all know my situation, or at least you might have heard of my situation with eXp Realty, and that I wasn't allowed into the company due to my social media being outlandish, right?